many times throughout this musical where there are multiple songs that play on the same track. When this happens, I will, for the most part, talk about them all in the same video. This is simply because they come one right after the other in the musical, and also because in many cases it's this way because the songs themselves are short. If that ever changes, which it will actually very soon, I will of course let you all know. So let's dive right in.
He's a very nice prince.
The first song here is A Very Nice Prince. In it, Cinderella and the baker's wife meet in the woods and have a discussion about princes. Well, more the baker's wife tries to talk about princes, and Cinderella just kind of gives statements about her knight. And with this comes a very interesting bit of foreshadowing. In terms of plot or character knowledge, the song honestly doesn't do too much. In fact, I would say that that's the reason why the version of this song sung during the performance is different than the one on the actual album. The one on the album is honestly a little too long. However, this gives us a glimpse of what's to come. Cinderella very clearly didn't have that much of a connection with the prince, certainly not the kind of connection you would expect from the literal Cinderella story. She describes him as tall and having charm for a prince, she guesses. Whenever the baker's wife would press her, she would usually end up going on some other tangent before being brought back to talking about the prince. The baker's wife, on the other hand, seems almost obsessed with talking about this prince. She seems to have more of an interest in the prince than Cinderella does, which does kind of foreshadow what's to come. The next song is First Midnight. This is a pretty short song and fairly self-explanatory. The first midnight is done, which means the baker only has 2 more days to gather the rest of the ingredients to break the curse. Almost all of the characters that we've met so far pop onto the stage to tell us what they've learned. And that's pretty much it. But the song does allow us to see into the minds of these characters, even if it's only for a very brief moment, and it does it in a way that makes sense. Now, this one ends on a bit of a cliffhanger, but I think that the song that directly follows it needs to have its own video. So that's it for this week's song. Tune in next week for next week's song. See you then.
One midnight gone, into the woods, into the woods, into the woods, then out of the woods and home before.
A slotted spoon doesn't hold much soup.
Exactly.
I did it.